Hello, I'm Kelsey. I am currently enrolled as a full-time college student at Gordon State College. I am taking an interview and counseling course this semester that requires me to do a mock interview. I will be videoed the whole time. You will not be seen on the video, only your voice will be heard. Is that okay with you?
That's okay.
All right, let's begin. So tell me a little bit of why we're here today.
Well, I just came to talk to you about having anxiety and a little bit of depression because I'm having a hard time getting pregnant.
Okay. How long have you been trying to get pregnant?
My husband and I got married back in 2016, and we've been trying ever since our wedding date. So it's been about 2 years.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you describe your anxiety and depression over this issue?
Oh, definitely a 10.
A 10.
I mean, it's the worst thing I've been through, really.
Okay. What are the main things you would say that cause anxiety and depression for you with trying to get pregnant?
Well, there's a lot, really. One of the main things to begin with was that, I'm the oldest child. I thought that I would be the first to get pregnant because, I was the first to get married, and, I just thought that would come very soon after, and when it didn't, it just kind of caused me to get a little anxious about if there was any issues or not.
Okay, so one of your main issues is because you feel like you're the oldest, that you should have been able to give your parents and your in-laws a grandchild first, above all your siblings.
Exactly. I know that sounds silly because I'm not trying to compete or anything, but I just thought that that's the way it would go, and when it didn't, it just kind of caused concerns for me.
Well, I don't think that's silly at all. Are there any other issues that might add to your anxiety and depression?
Yes. I would say one of the main things, actually, looking back at it, would be just worrying that my husband won't be able to, have his own child if we have to go the adoption route. It just gives me anxiety knowing that if we can't do that, it's going to be because of me.
Okay, that's understandable. Has your husband been supportive?
He has. He doesn't make anything a big deal. He told me there's always the option of adopting. I appreciate his, support. However, I feel like he probably has been dealing with other emotions about it and just not letting me know. I also know that he doesn't like to he doesn't like to see me upset, and I'm upset quite often. He doesn't want to see me cry, and so I know that there's probably more feelings that he has about it that he's not showing. So it just makes me nervous that he's going to bottle things in and then one day, let them all out or try to find someone who can provide a baby.
Well, that's good that you have somebody that's supportive still, even if you feel like he one day might let all of his emotions shine. Right now he's being supportive, and that matters. Is there anything else you would say that might add to your depression or anxiety, or is that...
Oh, there's definitely more. I have a lot of helpful friends, but, it just gets hard. I mean, at first it was everybody was supportive, but then you have people feeling sorry. You don't want them to feel sorry for you. And also, I have this one friend, she offered right off the bat, "Oh, I'll carry your child for you," and I just didn't really like that.
That made you feel uncomfortable? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it made me feel really uncomfortable considering we had barely been, into the process. I had not even started medication or had surgery. She would say that quite often about carrying a child, but I didn't even ask for that. And the whole point of me trying is because I want to experience that. So I don't know. It just feels like, she's had a few children and she's just saying, I could be your host when, even though it sounds like she's being nice, I feel like she should have waited to ask things like that.
So even though you have supportive friends, you feel this one friend in specific was kind of overstepping her boundaries a little bit too soon before you even had an opportunity to try on your own.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what she did.
Well, what are some coping skills or mechanisms that you've tried to help with your depression or anxiety?
Well, typically if I'm getting really nervous about something, I'll practice breathing skills or counting down, and I've had to do that a lot when I've been at like baby showers or finding out other people are pregnant, and especially when they don't even want to be pregnant. That's just really hard. But the main thing I've done to cope is just turning my eyes up to God, getting stronger in my faith through this process. And another thing is just quit thinking about it and start focusing on other things, like starting a career, selling and buying a new home, and my husband and I adopted a new little teacup chihuahua, so I've been able to nurture her and give her attention and kind of like a baby, but not.
Do you feel like those things have helped you with your anxiety and depression levels?
Yeah, they really actually have. I guess the more I think about it, my 10 earlier probably has come down since I've started practicing those things and since other doors have been opening for my husband and I.
So, earlier your scaling was a 10 with your anxiety and depression. After you've learned some different coping mechanisms, what would you say your new scale would be?
Like a 6 or 7 maybe.
So it hasn't brought it down significantly, but it has helped.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other concerns you have with not being able to become pregnant?
I'm getting older, so I just think that I don't want to, I don't want to be really old when I have a young child. I want to enjoy, that time. I don't know. I guess I just put myself on a timeline when it comes to how things should go when maybe really I shouldn't. So, it's not really a concern as much anymore because I know that God's got a plan and His timeline's going to be better than mine. So, other than that, just the, not being the first, because my brother got pregnant, or his wife got pregnant, that was a big deal, but that's over now. My friend quit asking me about carrying my child. I let her know how I felt about that. So no, not really. No other concerns.
And I think that's pretty normal. Those concerns are pretty normal to have at your age. This day and age, everybody is a little bit concerned with age and becoming pregnant. So I don't think that's out of the norm at all. That's pretty normal to feel. Since you don't have any other concerns, how comfortable were you with our session today?
Actually, I'm very comfortable. It actually helped to be able to sit and kind of talk about things and just not really keep it all in. So it made me realize that my anxiety and depression's not as bad as I thought it was anymore now that I've practiced coping skills.
So you had difficulties getting pregnant with your husband for the past 2 years, you would say. You've tried different coping mechanisms. You've been to a doctor. You've had surgery. You've been on medication. But now that you've kind of realized that it's not your time, you've put all your faith in God, and you feel like one day God will take over and you will be able to become a parent when it's your time.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you for coming in today. I enjoyed talking to you, and I hope it helped.
It did. Thank you so much.